Comes a time, all right, so this makes that a dream. So there.
Hey guys, this is Lee here, and in this video I'm going to show you a new rigging technique that was so fast that it was deemed illegal by the International SUnfish Class Association, and the rules had to be rewritten. Emily Wagner filmed Steve Honor at the International SUnfish Midwinter Championship being held at Bay Waveland Yacht Club during a postponement. He demonstrated a rig by the letter of the law that was technically not illegal, but it was very revolutionary for the Sunfish class sailboat. When I was watching Emily's video, I knew something about this rig was a little bit off. I knew it was going to make a big difference as Steve Honor was demonstrating and explaining what the rig did.
Up real high and take advantage of that and go up. And so if you do this, then it bends the boom in the middle and the sail goes flat.
Wow. Yeah. So the same as we think about in heavy air is kind of making that banana shape. We don't use anything here. It's all up on that first block and main sheet block. That's interesting. So I have heard flat water, flat sail, but I've always found it hard. Like it's a little less forgiving, staying in the groove. So you have to be pretty attentive to it.
It's only really for a moment. You can't just whale in like this and sail like this.
Okay.
You're probably going to stall out and stop. But just that moment where the wind comes and goes, and when it comes on, you feel like, oh, it got a little bit of pressure for a moment. That's when you can be aggressive, point the boat up, and get some ground up wind.
Okay.
I knew by looking at it that this was going to be a game changer, especially in light air. The rig itself was in a gray area. It changed how the main sheet was run through the boom blocks and actually used only one boom block. And this did three things. One, that it would actually change the whole layout of the boat. Two, it could be a safety issue as the winds got higher. And then third, if this was deemed legal, every racer would want to have this, especially in light air. If this was made legal, it could have changed the true one design meaning of the class. So what do you think about this new rig? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. I read all the comments. And if you like this content, don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Now, right away, that day when I saw that live video, I called the chief measurer, John Butine, and I asked him about it. He didn't even see it yet, and I was explaining to him. I asked him the question first, can you use a main sheet block with a becket on it? And that's what Steve Honor did. He actually put a ring and he lashed it on to add what a becket is. And that created the mid-boom sheeting system. And John said you can use any main sheet block. And I looked at the rules myself and he was absolutely right. And this led Steve to be able to change the regular sheeting system to a mid-boom sheeting system. Now, after speaking to John, this would probably change the way the boat was, and specific rules had to be put in place for the Sunfish Class Association. Now, the rig that Steve Honor displayed on the shore has been deemed illegal to use in Sunfish Class events. Now, just wanted to make sure that you know that Steve Honor did not sail in the regatta, in the International SUnfish MAsters Regatta with this rig. He was just demonstrating it to Emily. So congratulations to Steve Honor. He took top honors in such a deep fleet down at the Masters. He deserves every accolade that he earned over that weekend. He sailed great, really consistent, and he beat out a lot of great sailors. Now, even though that this rig has been deemed illegal, I know a lot of you viewers out there love to tinker with the Sunfish Sailboat. So who would this be good for? For one, anyone who sails in light air. This is a light air rig. It's not good for any medium to heavy air because it's going to put undue stress on the one boom block and the strap there, and that could become a dangerous issue. But if you sail in one of those lakes that blows 5, 6, 7 miles an hour all the time and you want to experiment, this could be for you. If you want to point higher in light air, and if you want to get around the buoys a little bit quicker in light air, and I'll tell you that in a second on how you get around the buoys a little bit quicker, this might be for you. I want to make it a serious point that I personally do not condone the use mid-boom sheeting. I think it's going to be dangerous, especially in a situation where you sail in a place like I do in the Great South Bay, Long Island, New York, where in the morning it could be really light, but in minutes when the sea breeze hits, that 5-6 mile an hour wind could turn to 15 to 20, and then you put undue stress on the boom block and that strap. And I've seen many boom blocks pull out, and by putting all the stress on this mid boom sheeting, it's going to create even that much more pressure versus if you rig the boat traditionally when using 2 boom blocks. So I don't condone using this, and I'm glad it was made illegal by the International SUnfish Class Association. Now, as you saw in the video that Emily shot, Steve demonstrated how this can make you point higher in light airs. Now, who else could want to be using this rig and experimenting, and this is experimental, is someone who doesn't mind fixing a boom or having the boom block pull out and the straps pull off the boom. If you're handy with that and you want to do it, by all means, try it. I think I'm going to try it when it's really light. I think it's going to be interesting to see. Also, if you do try to experiment with this mid-boom sheeting, I would highly recommend that you know how to rig your boat on the water and de-rig it, because if the wind does pipe up and you want to stay on the water and not get off, or you're too far away from the land, you should be able to take this out and put normal rigging on your boat. Like I said, if you can't do this, then there's a high chance that you might break the boom when the wind gets heavier.
Downwind is another real nice advantage to this, because imagine, all right, you've got your sheet like this, you get to the offset mark, and you want to turn downwind.
Right.
So the offset mark is coming.
Okay.
Here is you've got your main sheet coming from the bridle up to the boom. There's not much pressure on it.
Yep, it can.
That your main sheet is going to hook or hit the offset.
Yes.
Presto, not a problem.
If it's not back there, you're not even worrying about it.
You can cut as close to the mark as you want.
Now, for all you light air racers who are going up and down the buoys, Steve Honor just showed you how you can actually cut the windward mark or the offset mark a little bit closer and let that sail out when you're going downwind. And in essence, if you could turn around that mark, go downwind quicker, you're actually creating a shortcut on the race course, because usually when the main sheet is going down to the traveler in the aft part of the boat, you have to get enough room to round that offset mark or the windward mark, or your main sheet will hit it. So having this mid-boom sheeting gives you a shorter race course in theory. And because you could do this on that rig, that also is another reason why it breaks the one design of the SUnfish class sailboat. Even though this is the case, my channel is here for all SUnfish sailors, and especially the ones who want to tinker, who want to see something new. And this from Steve Honor was something very new, and I got excited when I saw it. So I wanted to share this with you. What do you think about this new rigging? Are you going to try it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really want to hear from you. So if you like this, or if you know someone who likes this, please share the video. It spreads the word, and it gets Sunfish Sailing and International SUnfish Class Association Sailing out there. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when I come out with a new video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the water.
And so if you do this, then it bends the boom in the middle, and the sail goes flat.
Wow. Yeah. So the same as we think about in heavy air is kind of making that banana shape. We don't use anything here. It's all up on that first block and main sheet block. That's interesting. So I have heard flat water, flat sail, but I've always found it hard. Like, it's a little less forgiving, staying in the groove. So you have to be pretty attentive to it.
If you like this video, check out this video right here.
Only really for a moment. You can't just whale in like this and sail like this.
Okay.
You're probably going to stall out and stop. But just that moment where the wind comes and goes, and when it comes on, you feel like, oh, it got a little bit of pressure for a moment. That's when you can be aggressive, point the boat up, and get some ground upwind.
This is cool. Thank you so much.